Kyle Tucker had a 30-30 season until he didn't. And this is one of the biggest news segments in all of baseball right now.
Before we get into this, though, Brig, like, it's funny, but like,
it's not funny.
But at the same time, though, like, I have to say, like, you and I, like, we dump on the Astros a lot, and players specific, but we both like Kyle Tucker a lot.
Really like Kyle Tucker a lot.
Hurts.
It does
internally, but we both really like him. Continue.
And this is not a joke, right? This is a really interesting situation. Kyle Tucker had a 30-30 season, 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. He hit an inside the park home run against the D-backs. Initially, it was ruled a triple with an error, and then it was ruled a homer, and then it was ruled a triple with a fielder's choice. So, okay, that's a lot of back and forth initially.
It is a lot of back and forth. Did you see the play, Brig? How it went down?
No.
So he hit it was a frozen rope over the right fielder's head. He thought he could go up and catch it, but I think it had a little bit of ride on it, and so it didn't come down. Like I think it ended up hitting the base of the wall, but it looked like it probably would have short hopped or maybe hit just in front of the warning track there. And so I can see why he thought he could make a play on it. So he had to run from like playing a little bit shallow maybe all the way back to the wall to get it. And all this while, Kyle Tucker is actually jogging around the bases.
Right.
So he gets to third and the throw is brought in to the second baseman. The second baseman is just kind of standing there with it. So he takes off home.
Totally.
So it was all in the same play. It was not a continuous like sprint around the bases by any stretch of the imagination. There was kind of a pause at third base. So I can see why the official score would kind of be like, okay, like,
wait a minute.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, I can see why they kind of went back and forth on it. But I do feel like it was a homer because the fielder's choice maybe was fielder indifference or defensive indifference. I don't know. It was weird.
That's the question, though.
Yeah,
that's the question. Is like, how
really
do you
odd.
score it? How do you score it? And I don't know that we have the answers.
I do think you scored as a home run, though, because nobody made an error. I do. Nobody made an error.
Right.
And yeah, so like the throw home was not errant that he scored on. There was an errant throw to third base that he scored on. And the fact
nobody
that he
muffed it in the outfield.
The fact that he just took home, like, there was no fielder's choice to be made other than just holding on to the ball. If anything, that's just a brain fart on the second baseman's part, right?
Right.
Whoever it was, I don't know if it was Marte or somebody else who was in because the game didn't matter for the D-backs. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have given him a home run, but I'm curious, given everything that's at stake with Kyle Tucker's 30-30 season and other things, with fielders and errors and gold gloves and stuff like that, which has contractual impact.
Right.
Do official scores have too much power? Maybe.
Right. I think we've seen them in the past extend their authority a little too far. I feel like, and that happens, I would say, almost every day. If they can take an error away and give the guy a hit instead, or vice versa, if they can take a hit away because they could justify giving an error to the.
Well, they have the power to keep a no hitter alive.
Exactly.
On a tough play.
It's totally true. It's totally true. But this is not a small issue. Like I said, it comes up all the time, and the home field almost always gets the advantage when it comes to the scorekeeper.
Typically, yeah. The Mariners, I think it was Logan Gilbert lost a no-hitter earlier this year on a play by Dylan Moore that was ruled a hit, an infield hit. It's like, it was really close. Like, I can see why they did, but at the same time, like, it hit off the heel of his glove, could be ruled an error. So there was a lot of debate among like Mariners fans with that. Like, that should have been an error on Dylan Moore. But
baseball family,
interesting.
We need to know from you: do Major League Baseball official scorekeepers have too much power? Yes or no? Let us know in the comments.